Today I fucked up by giving myself a first-degree burn in the shower.
This story really demonstrates how much of an idiot I actually am, and just when in my life I thought I peaked, I always one-up myself. Last night I followed my routine as I always after work. Get home, eat, shower, and then relax.
I'm a semi-major germaphobe, so I generally take hot showers to make myself feel like I've killed every germ that could exist on my body. I thought I took a shower at my normal temperature of it's not scorching hot but it's lukewarm hot. It wasn't until an hour later while laying in bed and doom scrolling I went, my face is kinda hot to the touch. So of course I go look at my face and it's all red, to the point I was questioning if I was having an allergic reaction to something I didn't know I was allergic to. Usually after a hot shower, it's not uncommon for the heat to cause my face to be a little red, and it looked just like that. Expect it's usually gone within 10 minutes, and here it was an hour later causing me to have a burning sensation. After a few hours of talking to friends and family, the conclusion was I gave myself a first-degree burn. Our water temp goes up to 120 F, and a first-degree burn happens in the range of 110 F and 115 F. I never thought I was white enough to get a sunburn without the sun, but here I am with my cold compresses and aloe. It'll be a long few days of misery. Too long did not read. Today I fucked up by taking a hot shower to the point it caused a first-degree burn on my face, and now I gave myself a self-inflicted sunburn without using the sun. Killing off all of your natural skin flora with heat removes your body's first line of defense against infections as well. You should learn about your own microbiome instead of scorching yourself out of a misguided concern for cleanliness. For being a germaphobe, you have no idea how germs work or your skin's defenses against them. You might want to turn your water heater temperature down a bit. I'm a semi-major germaphobe, so I generally take hot showers to make myself feel like I've killed every germ that could exist on my body. Water temperature's low enough not to burn you are also too low to kill germs on your body. So you're never going to achieve that via cranking the water temperature. Soap is much more effective at getting rid of, mostly washing off, bacteria, etc. If you really want to kill them all, you'd need to bathe in Purell, and even then it wouldn't kill them all. Killing or getting rid of every germ on your body isn't necessary or even advisable, but I'm probably not going to convince you of that. If it makes you feel better, mate. I once burnt my nutsack by getting Vindaloo on it. Just FYI. Hot water by itself wouldn't kill germs unless you literally wash yourself with boiling water. It would be better to have a cooler shower and use a pH-balanced shower gel. Skin is one of the most effective barriers to germs in the world, and burning it, damaging it will weaken the barrier. Today I fucked up by singing a song stuck in my head while cuddling on the couch. Okay, this is a light-hearted fuck up, and no, she's not still upset about it, but it sure was embarrassing when it happened. A little background information first. Sometimes I get songs stuck in my head, and occasionally I will absent-mindedly start singing or humming them without realizing it. I'm guessing this isn't uncommon. Also, since we started dating, my girlfriend has gained a little weight, as have I, because we both enjoy nice dinners. She looks amazing and I tell her that constantly, but she's pretty self-conscious about it. So back to the foo. Earlier my girlfriend and I were laying on the couch watching TV. She was wearing a cute black dress which reaches about halfway down her thighs, so most of her legs were exposed. We have been working out together lately and her legs have been overly sore, so from time to time I lightly massage them for her while we are sitting on the couch. So I started rubbing her legs while we were watching TV. We had gone to dinner earlier, and on the way home the song Thunder by Imagine Dragons came on the radio and the chorus was stuck in my head. Before I realized it, I was singing, "Thunder, feel the thunder," while rubbing her legs. Her eyes got really wide and she asked if I had referred to her legs as thunder thighs. My eyes got really wide and I tried to explain I was just singing the song because it was stuck in my head, and she said it was clearly a Freudian slip and she now knows she needs to double down on working out to keep her thunder thighs from growing any larger. I'm not sure how long it's going to take for her to stop harassing me about this fuck up. Too long did not read. While sitting on the couch rubbing my girlfriend's legs, I started singing the song that was stuck in my head, Thunder by Imagine Dragons, causing my girlfriend to think I said she had thunder thighs. When I'm cooking I like to sing "Babe, I'm gonna leave you." My husband is not amused when I do. Next time do Fat Bottom Girls. Remind her that thick thighs save lives, and that should hopefully alleviate your fuck up. My hubby of 35 years has always sung random songs. Honestly, I love it, but it has gotten him in trouble a few times through the years.
Lol. But thunder thighs are a positive?
I mean, my husband sings songs, but he forgets the words and makes up his own lyrics. Most of the time it's about how I joke that I'll just stab him in the kidneys later, which I actually haven't said to him in months because he expressed that it's funny now, but when our kid is born and learns to talk, what would their teacher think if they start telling other kids they will stab them in the kidneys? So I've made an effort to not say that. But he still sings about it. Tears of joy. Today I fucked up by eating pizza.
This happened a couple nights ago and I still can't get over the shame and embarrassment I feel.
I-23F invited a guy 24M over to my place in hopes of getting some intimate time with him. We have been friends for years, and I have always had a crush on him. Things were going well, because I worked up the courage to kiss him a few weeks ago. He seemed happy about it. A couple hours before he came over, my roommate and I ordered pizza. Something about the smell seemed off. I didn't eat much of it, but I chalked it up to just being nervous about my crush coming over. Then, I meticulously tidied up my entire house. My roommate was excited for me, so she helped me out. I spent an hour getting ready. I want to be smooth, fresh, clean and beautiful for this man. I felt like a goddess. I was going to wow him off his feet. He comes over and everything is great. We are watching a game and cuddling. I was in heaven. Over the moon. This is what I had been waiting for. We had a couple drinks. We enjoy our time together for about an hour and then something terrible happens. I make a break for the restroom. I barely make it as I empty the contents of my stomach into the toilet. However, my body didn't just stop at what was in my stomach. I couldn't stop dry heaving. It's loud. My roommate later told me she could hear me throwing up from her closed room, across the hallway, and with headphones on. This goes on for 20 minutes and I think I'm going to die. This is it for me. I hear a knock on the restroom door. He came to check on me, asking if everything was okay. I quickly reply with, "Yes. I'll be right out, I'm sorry." I spend another 10 minutes in the restroom, willing my dizziness to go away. I come back out and everything was fine for a little bit. I apologize and we resume cuddling. I can tell he's worried about me. I sipped on some water. All I could think about was how terrible I felt in that moment. He wears this cologne and I normally love how it smells. However, in my food poisoning-induced crisis I couldn't stand it. Every inhale was a war inside of my body. After about 10 minutes I run to the restroom again and start to dry heave. That water I drank? All gone. My stomach is purging the devil from inside my body. Everything burns. Everything aches. All I can do is rest my head on the toilet seat and close my eyes. He comes to check on me again after about 25 minutes. He's getting really worried about me. My roommate knocks on the door now too. She's worried about me. I eventually come out and I apologize again. It's getting late at this point and he suggests that I just lay down and rest. He says he will go so I can just get better. I apologize and we have a small conversation before he leaves. I feel better but my head is spinning. He goes and I'm left with a literal and metaphorical pit in my stomach. I fucking blew it. I'm never going to recover from this embarrassment. My chances of romance are gone. I feel terrible. I made him wait for nearly an hour as I was sick. He messaged me that he got home safely. The rest of the night was awful. I wake up in the morning and my roommate had food poisoning too. We determined that it was from the pizza. I have no idea what to do next. I know he will still be my friend, but I'm afraid my chances of courting this man have died along with my pride. He's been nice to me so far over messages, but I haven't seen him since. Too long did not read. I had suspicious pizza for dinner and then invited a good friend over in hopes of pursuing a romantic relationship. It was going good. About an hour in I contracted food poisoning and spent almost an hour loudly puking in the restroom. He came to check on me twice. He ended up leaving and I most likely blew my chances with him romantically. I'm a man. Food poisoning happens. Explain what happened and joke about it. If he likes you, he obviously does, you will get another chance.
These are the kinds of relationship-defining moments that you'll either laugh about in 40 years or will have made it crystal clear where he stands.
It's a blessing in disguise, to be honest. As long as you still have a pulse and a vagina, he's still into you. Your roommate is going to be sharing this story at your wedding someday.
Give him a call. Say, "I'm sorry, our date was interrupted by food poisoning."
I'd love a redo. Shall we give it another try? If you've been friends for years, I highly doubt this is a deal breaker.
Opening square bracket dot. If you blow chunks and she comes back, she's yours.
If you spew and she bolts, it was never meant to be. Ordering from Salmonella's Pizzeria was a bad choice. Today I fucked up by eating half-packed dried apricots. So early this I ran to the grocery to pick up some steak for dinner and a few other things. Wanted something high in iron, and a quick Google search listed dried apricots as a good source. I recalled apricots are yummy and Fresh Thyme has a great selection of dried fruit, nuts, candies, so I thought this perfect.
Bought 2 packs, hopped in the car bumping some music with the windows down, great mood, and popped open the plastic container and ate about 15 of them bad boys. So I get home and slap some Greek yogurt and granola together, chowed that down as a booster for the apricots, and then unknowingly went nuclear and decided it was coffee time.
This is when the churning and rumbling started.
Let's just say my entire day was spent in my porcelain office skull, and thank God I have wet wipes loudly crying. PSA: if you see dried apricots, only eat 3-4 max.
Too long did not read. Today I fucked up by eating way too many dried apricots with zero knowledge that they're similar to prunes. Proceeded to have an unscheduled cleanse all day. Edit, spacing. I read the title and lolled so hard. My wife pretty much did the same thing a month ago, but at work. Yeah, it's a trap.
They're bite-sized pieces, but they're also a whole apricot in one bite.
Cleaned out those pipes.
I did this in my 20s, except I ate an entire bag on my way to my boyfriend's parents' lake house, where we and 10 other people were staying.
There was only one bathroom. Worst weekend of my life. I love apricots too. Unfortunately, I found out here on Reddit that they aren't supposed to make your tongue tingle. But I like the tingle. I also like continuing to breathe, so I guess I can't have them anymore. I gotta say, chasing that with yogurt and then coffee definitely made it worse. That many apricots alone usually shouldn't make for an A-bomb on the toilet, but all that together, yeah. Coworker did that with Costco-sized, dried plums. I warned her, and told her they are prunes. She argued with me, saying, no, they are dried plums. Okay. Noted. She spent half the workday on the toilet.